First of all, thank you so much to Nvidia for believing in me and for sponsoring this video. Now let's get started. So hello everyone, today is another big day with my roommate who's a gamer, because it was always my dream to play games at home, and in my life the only gaming console I had in my childhood was a PS2, and after that I could never afford one. But now time has changed and I have a gaming laptop with me with a gamer that I'll be unboxing. Let's get started. Wow. It feels so premium.
I mean, it looks really good. The futuristic looks and everything is in the back.
Yeah, but this is a cool design.
Yeah.
All the ports are on the back.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
we have
Power.
two fans here.
Wow. So let's talk about the checklist requirement for a student that this laptop Lenovo Legion 5 Pro meets. Number one, 16 gigabytes of RAM, which is written in the Georgia Tech's laptop requirement guide. Check. Along with the powerful processor, which is AMD Ryzen 7 5800H with 8 cores and 16 threads. Check. A Quad HD Plus display with the maximum brightness of 500 nits. Check. A high refresh rate for gaming, 165Hz. Check. A GPU for data science and programming, which is Nvidia GeForce RTX 3070 with Nvidia reflex technology. Check. And you guys will not believe that this GPU powers around 6000 CUDA cores and around 8 gigabytes of graphics memory, making it perfect for data science students. And on the side, a toggle for camera, which allows you to disable and enable the webcam check as well, which is important for some of the online classes. And it comes with a 300-watt charger, which is one of the most powerful one I have seen. So before I set up my laptop for programming and data science for this year, let's talk about Nvidia reflex technology, which is very important for gaming, with the help of my roommate.
I've been playing Rainbow Six Siege for the past 5 years. Every day you learn new things in this game. Even after 5 years, I learn new things, new hiding spots, new spawn peaks, new runouts. So system latency is really important for a game like Rainbow Six Siege. Nvidia Reflex just boosts the system latency, it reduces it. System latency is basically the time it takes for your input to appear on the screen. Okay, so there is this Nvidia Reflex raw input indicator in this game pre-built. So you will see when I click this, it will show how fast my my input is being recorded.
So now let's finally set up my laptop for programming and data science, and you will not believe that data science has become one of the most popular major for international students in the US. Pehle kya hota tha? Before it used to be in the top 10, now it is slowly and gradually becoming in the top 5 list, for especially for masters. Undergrad it's still computer science, for masters it has become one of the top 5 majors. So that's why it is very important to know the fundamentals of data science and why a GPU, a graphic card like Nvidia, is very important. So I can give you a simple example. You might have seen multiple lanes in the US when you go on a highway. So with the help of CPU, you can maybe reach 4 or 5 lanes. So that means 4 or 5 cars can be on the highway simultaneously and reach the destination at some point. But with the help of GPU, it changes the game. Now up to 3000 cores can be in a GPU. That means there can be up to 3000 rows or lanes where cars can go. So that increase the speed of those mathematical operations. It's basically math, right? So what you do using data science is math. So those operations are broken down into parallel processes. So that's why you need a GPU, so that you can run those processes bit faster, much faster using a GPU as compared to a CPU. With a CPU, there's a limit. You might be able to run 5 cores, 8 cores, but with GPU, 2000 to 3000 cores, thanks to Nvidia graphic card. Now let me set up my laptop, my Linux environment on this laptop for programming. So earlier I used to use Google's cloud platform for data science. I used to use Google Colab, which is right here on the screen. So it has been useful, but there were a lot of limitations while I was in my cybersecurity class, data science class, data mining class. I have taken multiple classes in terms of data science. So let's talk about my cybersecurity class. During that time, some of the data sets were so huge. It used to take more than 12 hours to run, but Google Colab has a limitation. You cannot train for more than 12 hours simultaneously. That was number one. Number two, when the data set size is so huge, let's say that I am trying to train sets of images, which is 10 gigabytes. Let's say you're trying to train that this is a laptop and this is a table. You're trying to make the computer recognize automatically, and you have thousands of photos, and the size of the photos can be multiple gigabytes. It could be, let's say, 10 GB, right? I'll upload it to Google Drive and use Google Colab and train it, and then realize my accuracy is 50%. And then I have to fix my data, do some operations, sometimes re-upload the images, because if I want better images which can be recognized easily, and that will take more time. So that's why GPU became more productive option for me, because it's local. I can train as many times as possible. Earlier I was forced to go to my library to finish all my data science assignments, but now I don't have to. I can finish all of my data science related tasks on my powerful laptop thanks to Nvidia. So let me quickly now show you how we data science students or data science engineers use TensorFlow and how it makes a difference with the GPU. So let's quickly check if we have TensorFlow or not. So I'm going to go to terminal and I'm going to quickly show you my Python 3 version. So Python 3, and let's see if I have TensorFlow, the most popular library for data science. And I find out I don't have it. So I have to go to the setup to install it, but I'm going to install it through a unique way, which is through Docker. So let me quickly explain what a Docker is through an example of GTA 5. So let's say your teacher tells you, your professor tells you that you have to complete a mission for GTA 4 and GTA 5, which is the same mission, but on both the games. Now what you will do is you will first install GTA 4, which is 100 gigabytes, and then complete the mission, then submit, and then you will install GTA 5, complete the mission, and then submit. Now there's a problem. If you have to make a change, you will have to go back and forth with the process. To make it simple, what you can do is you can make a virtual computer and have both GTA 4 and GTA 5 simultaneously and work on your assignment. So let me show you how. So first of all, I'm gonna make a Docker container on the CPU level. So these are the simple steps, how you make a Docker container and how you run TensorFlow on Docker. So I'm gonna copy the command, go to terminal, exit out of Python 3, and then paste the command here, which I already have. So now I'm gonna have Python 3 running on a Jupyter notebook, which is on this URL, which is on a virtual computer. So let's run it quickly, and I can see my Python files or my Python Jupyter notebook files, and I can see it. Now here's a catch. TensorFlow, let's see if TensorFlow is already installed or I have to install it. So if I see the TensorFlow version currently on this block, it is 2.60. That is already installed. Let's see the Python version here on the Docker. So import sys print sys.version. So which will tell me my Python version, which is 3.6.9. And if you go back to terminal and if you check my Python version on the system, which is locally, it's gonna be 3.9.5. So there's a difference because TensorFlow works on a specific version, and luckily TensorFlow documentation has everything ready for me, and it's the fastest way to use TensorFlow. Now that was on CPU. Now let's try to run it on GPU. That's how Nvidia makes a difference. I'm going to read the documentation, go to Docker, go to the GPU side of the Docker, and then run a different command, which is this time Docker run on GPU. And now I'm gonna make a simple change, add an option GPUs all, and this time it will run on a GPU as compared to a CPU. So here we go. Now TensorFlow is running actually on a GPU as compared to a CPU. I'm gonna paste the new URL on my Chrome tab. So now there are 2 Docker containers, or you can say 2 Python running on my computer, or 2 TensorFlow libraries running on my computer, and I can train simultaneously and compare. And here you will find out, after training the second sample on GPU, it's gonna be at least 10 to 30 times faster than a CPU. So that's gonna save a lot of time. And since I am dual booting Windows 10 and Ubuntu, I have GTA 5 which is being installed. And when you buy an Nvidia powered laptop or computer, you also get a capability to integrate Nvidia SDKs directly into your computer as well. So for example, their body track SDK is ready to be used, and you can use it for your hackathons and win multiple projects as well. So that's my favorite part of Nvidia powered computers. So overall, GPU definitely makes a huge difference when it's powered by Nvidia, not just towards data science and programming, but also towards gaming as well. So thank you so much to everyone for watching, and it's all because of your love and support that I got this opportunity. Thank you so much for that.